Here we are, first day at the Functional Neurology Center in Minnetonka, Minnesota. And I don't know what to say. This will be really hard to post for me because I do not like how I look, but all this is part of my TBI recovery and making gains this week. I'll be here for a whole week, day one in the books, and I'm feeling very positive and looking forward to the week ahead.
When people are like on it and their brains are super good, they should just be able just to go boop, 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 boop. But you're going like this,
and then back.
Right? And we're working the integrators and vertical eye movements in the brainstem. Your
Yeah.
eyes stop, and then they go ding, ding, ding. So we've seen two different patterns of nystagmus where they were doing a horizontal and they were doing a vertical. So that puts the problem not in the ear.
Okay.
The problem's in the brainstem.
Brainstem.
All right?
Yeah.
Or
Tuesday, day 2 at the clinic, and I'm in one of those hybrid chamber oxygen things. Was a little claustrophobic when I got in it, but now that it's all blown up, I feel fine. This morning's session was really good. For the first time, I went into a machine. It's like a chair, and it rotates, and I have to look at like different kind of targets, and also it will move underneath me while I try to keep focusing my eyes, and definitely triggered some symptoms, but it is something that hopefully will really help me calibrate my brain and eyes, my whole nervous system, and help with recovery of this all. And after that, we did more exercises and also getting the right side. I'm just going to explain it really black and white. The right side of the brain and everything, how everything connects, and the left side, because my left side is just lacking a lot. And a lot of this is due to the whiplash in the car accident and the concussion. The combination of that is just made a lot more damage than just a concussion. With this video and this week's therapy, I'm going to try to be as open as I can, show you as much as I can, because we need to talk about the subject more. More people need to understand what brain injuries, how impactful they are on the person itself, but also the friends and family around them. And it takes a lot of work to recover from something like this. And that's why we're here.
eyes, head, eyes, head, eyes, head, eyes.
I know it's dark in here and the lighting is probably not that great, but it's an awesome spot for me to reflect on what I've been doing so far here and give you guys a little update. I'll make sure to keep them short and do some more updates outside of the hyperbaric chamber. Great morning so far. I had already 1 hour of therapy, did different kind of things, lasers, some testing, working on blood flow, firing up some other stem cells. I don't even all know the terms for it.
RPSS, repetitive pulsed somatosensory stimulation. And so this activates low in your brainstem, and what it does is it helps stabilize other parts of your brain that are for autonomic function, so that help determine your heart rate and your blood pressure and your breathing rate and positions like that.
It's, I'm not gonna lie, overwhelming at times with all the information that I'm getting here.
So the tilt table therapy here, we're going to slowly start to bring you up towards standing and see how your brain coordinates blood flow and autonomic function based on position. About 20 degrees, we can come and we can see what happens to your heart rate. So you say, okay, at 20 degrees, that looks pretty good. Your oxygen stays at 99. Your heart rate goes up to about 58, which is about where you've been. We just changed about another 15 degrees, and we get an increase of heart rate of over 10 beats. We say, yeah, that's a little bit abnormal. And we're still kind of coming up here. So now we're kind of getting into the 70s. So we say, okay, that wasn't that much position change, but your brain perceived that as a whole lot of stimulation, right?
But they're super nice, very understanding. They are shooting a ton of videos for me so I can share it with all you guys, but also so I can look back later tonight and see what we all did, how it is called, and I can like look it up and Google it and learn more myself. And yeah, it's been great so far. Yesterday was really intense. We did a lot of adjustments on the neck.
I'm gonna really like kind of like turn this. I'm just gonna go just like that.
Because you have to understand it's not just one thing when you have a traumatic brain injury. And here they're really good at figuring that out, the multiple things that like somebody would be struggling with, like myself. So for me, it's my eyes that are going into spasm at times. But it's also that some stuff in the brain is not firing up or is overfiring. I can definitely notice as well, my left side was very slow with like movements I had to do and tests I had to do, and things are starting to fire up now. My head is feeling a little clearer, my eyes are starting to move faster, and we're kind of like calibrating my whole system again. And especially like one thing is really important for me to get rid of the eye spasm, because that is causing a lot of my symptoms. And you can imagine with what I do, riding a bike, it's easy to overstimulate that. And yeah, just stoked to be here. I've been learning a ton, and they have all the equipment needed for treating all kinds of different things, like even being able to go into hyperbaric chamber to get more oxygen, then the laser therapy stuff.
So here we have, we're doing some vagal nerve stimulation right on the neck, and we have the vagal laser on the gut. That's going to help stimulate the production of ATP and help our cells to communicate their needs, which is going to allow for improved blood flow and oxygenation to the gut and also obviously the brain. And then we're using these Normatec boots to help push better blood up into the brain. So all things getting better blood flow up to the brain to help with building that neuroplasticity.
This is a frustrating injury. Often you would see me and be like, man, I think it looks fine. I am doing pretty good, but there's definitely times where I struggle a lot and I deal with a lot of symptoms, and the people close to me see that, but the outside world not so much. And I also think that I'm very lucky still that I don't have super severe symptoms, because there's people that have way worse than myself. And I'm just hoping to improve, because that's important. I want to keep improving. I want to have less symptoms, and I want to figure this thing out.
All right, looking cool. All right, yes, we're just doing frontal PEMF, and we noticed that your finger tapping was, subtly slow with hesitations, and we had slow saccadic velocity. So we're just non-invasively going in and stimulating your frontal cortex with electromagnetic frequency to try and drive those pathways. Improve your dual tasking, improve your quick eye movements, improve cognitive speed. All right. We definitely saw frontal lobe findings on your exam, and that's why we're doing this.
Firing them back up.
Yep. Just giving some input into that trigeminal system. And there's a lot of interconnections between your eye muscles, your trigeminal nerve, and a lot of integration between your trigeminal nerve and your cervical spine.
Just got a little power nap in today, and it's nice that the hotel is less than a mile away from the FNC. So after this morning session, which was pretty intense, and I had some symptoms, a little bit of a headache, went back to the hotel, grabbed some food, laid down for a bit, made sure my symptoms calmed down. I was pretty neuro-fatigued, and took a little nap. And now I'm getting ready to head back over for a session this afternoon. And that one will most likely be an hour to 2 hours, depending on what the doctor has planned for me. So feeling a bit better again, and ready to see what they got for me this afternoon. Oh, I didn't see those.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, we're gonna start to open up. We're gonna start to open up your peripherals here.
Yeah. Well, I definitely did not notice them.
Yeah.
So roughly there.
Nice. Good job.
bit sore today, definitely tired, slept a little bit restless last night. I could feel that the body was working, and already had 1 hour of therapy this morning. I went into the gyro stem immediately and we start doing some flips, so really training my brain and my vision to not convert anymore and to not have the eyes like kind of flip, and it felt pretty good. It's feeling better and better. I'm able to control it a lot better. So excited about that. Fewer symptoms, and now in the hyperbaric chamber, chilling out for a second, and then I have 1 more hour to finish up the day and take some homework home.
How's that feel?
Starting to get a little dizzy.
Yeah.
I notice as soon as they're outside my vision. And for those of you that are interested in coming to this facility, I want to be super open about what it costs and what it takes to get here. So basically, it is 5 days of an intense program. I start at 9 a.m. in the morning. I do 2 sessions in the morning, normally about 3 hours. Then I get a break and I'm back on at 2 o'clock. And normally that session is about 1 hour to 2 hours. For those 5 days, I'm paying $6,500, and that is for my treatment. Some treatments might be a little bit different, but just to give you a rough idea on the cost of coming to a place like this. And in my opinion, it is very reasonable because of the equipment and the knowledge not only Dr. Smoo has, but also everybody else, all the other doctors that work at this facility. It is so worth it, you know, because this is something that it will benefit me for the rest of my life, and it's my own health. You know, I made sure I saved up some money for this, took my time. I didn't feel in a rush because I know I'm already, you know, a couple of years in, and insurance might cover a few things, but don't count on it. I mean, I've been in the US now for so long, and after the car accident, medical bills piled up, and I'm just happy that I've finish that before coming here, because I wanted to make sure I was caught up with all those financial bills, and I am. And now this was a great next step for me, and I'm stoked to be here. And if you have any more questions, I'll make sure to drop the FNC website link below so you can check it out, some Instagram handles as well, and feel free to ask me any questions if you want to have more information about that.